We're not perfect.
We've now officially done so many tapings we can't remember what we did.
Yes.
We was going to do a Mississippi chicken thigh for y'all until we looked on the site to make sure we had the ingredients right and then saw this video underneath it that was Mississippi chicken thighs. We've already done it. Everybody likes a rerun now and then, right?
So, but this is a great example of what happens.
Old age. Hi, and welcome back to another edition of Cooking Chris's Dishes with the good old boy, where we're cooking up dishes straight from recipes.crock.com, which is my beautiful wife's cooking blog that has well over 500 recipes now and rising. And we have so many recipes on the site, and we're starting to get so many recipes on this playlist that we can't even remember which ones we've sent you. Today, we had plans of showing you this most delicious recipe called Mississippi chicken thighs. Now, I know a lot of you are going, I've already seen that recipe. I've seen it in a video. I've seen it on the blog. Well, first off, thank you for watching, and thank you for reading, and thank you for subscribing. But you see, we're getting old.
We're just going to call this the sequel.
Yeah, this is the sequel. We're going to make it a rerun, it looks like, but we're turning this into a sequel. See, we're standing here in the kitchen going, oh no, what are we going to do? We've already done this recipe. In fact, we just made it over there to show you a finished product. So we had all this chicken, and there's no sense in making it twice. So we come up with a new recipe. And that recipe is...
It's not new.
Well, it's not new.
It's on the website.
It's on the site.
It's shredded chicken.
We came up with Plan B.
Yes.
And that's going to be a shredded chicken.
Yes.
Right?
This is something we keep on hand in our house all the time. Mm-hmm. So it's so simple to throw together. So delicious as a result.
And it was a great standby for, oops, we messed up and made the same recipe twice. So, here it is. All you need is chicken. We're using boneless, skinless chicken thighs. We got about 8 of them there, I think.
Yeah.
And then a packet of ranch dressing mix. And also between a half cup and a cup of sherry. Or if you don't want to use sherry, you can use chicken broth. And we're going to use a full cup because we've got 8 chicken thighs. So, all I'm going to do is this. Take your chicken thighs and put them in your slow cooker, just like that. And then carefully get rid of the plate and the tongs. And wash your hands.
Yes.
And don't just wash your hands.
Clean.
Well, I'll do the ingredients first, and then take a packet of ranch.
Oh, you're messing.
And you put it all over the kitchen.
You're messing the kitchen.
Yes, I am.
You'll clean that up later, right?
Yeah, I'll clean that up later. We were talking about catchphrases today, and I think that's one of them. I'll clean that up later. I never do. And
they know that.
1 cup of sherry. Again, sherry, if you don't want to use sherry, you can use chicken broth, and you don't even have to use that much sherry, depending on how many chicken thighs you're putting in there. I used a full cup. We like sherry around here, and it's going to smell great. Now, I'm going to put the lid on it. And how high do we set this for?
You can set it on low, for 6 hours. But I would say, because it's late tonight, we're going to set it on high, and it'll probably be done easily within about 2 hours. And
so that means about 11:30 tonight, we're going to come back and show you
and
this looks like.
We can show them the chicken trick, too.
The chicken trick?
The shredding trick.
Ooh, that's right. Do y'all remember how I shredded that pork? I'm going to show you how to shred some chicken.
Yep.
And we're going to do it in the snap. Are you ready? You want to see a little magic? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! And just like that, we're back with a standalone mixer, our cooked chicken, and one good-looking man in a cowboy hat. And you might be asking, Mikey, how's come you's wearing a cowboy hat? Well, it's because we're forming a posse. A Crock posse. That's right. After As Good As It Gets Week 2 aired, we put a comment down below that said, Crock posse, yay or nay? Do you want to be called a Crock posse? the crock pot family, the slow cooking army, and overwhelmingly almost everybody said Crock Posse, and they love it. In fact, we might just make some t-shirts up that say Crock Posse. Chrissy's back there going, oh, that's just more work to do. You know what? If you're going to be part of the family, you might as well have a t-shirt about it, right? So, here we go, Crock Posse. Let's do this. We're going to shred ourselves some chicken. Take the lid off of that. And all of our chicken thighs have cooked up in that sherry and ranch dressing mix. Look at that. I'll see if I can bring it. It's really, really tender, so I got to be careful with this. Can y'all see that chicken right there? All cooked up. And we're just going to pop it down into our standalone mixer. Now, I could take the time and take these 8 or 9 chicken thighs and put them on a plate, take a couple forks, and shred them up. My wife's back there going, cut.
Sorry.
What's wrong?
Never mind. I was just making sure that everything was appropriate. It was actually you that had put it there, so I was making sure. I thought I saw something that wasn't clean.
My wife, the clean freak. All right, so here we go, putting our chicken in. And like I said, you could easily take this out, put it on a plate, use a couple forks, and take all that time to shred up all these 8 or 9 chicken thighs. I'm flinging juices everywhere. But instead of doing that, if you want a quick and easy way to do it, if you've got a standalone mixer, pop all of your chicken thighs in there. I hope. We'll see. And you got to do this while it's hot.
Yeah.
Because you want that meat tender and juicy. Slide this to the side.
Keep your juices.
Hot. Keep the juices. Don't throw that away. Don't throw that away. Keep your juices. But right now, all I'm going to do is, first off, pop the arm up. Lock her in place. And then, not that fast.
No.
You want to do it slowly.
And watch it.
Do not walk away. Don't go do laundry. Don't go watch another episode of Cooking Chris's Dishes, As Good As It Gets, or a Church Song Sunday, or any of the other things we're putting in on the playlist. Do that after your chicken's done. Keep an eye on it. Stop. Check it out. Starting to shred up pretty good there. Just a little bit longer. I'm going to turn it a little higher. That's fast enough. And 3, 2, 1, stop. Chris is back there going, stop, stop. That is because there is a difference between shredded chicken and cat food. Totally different consistencies. Now, I've never eaten cat food, so I can't tell you the difference it tastes. But I can tell you.
Oh, honey, take that off.
Yeah, I better take this off before I dump all my chicken. She would be so mad at me if I dumped out the chicken.
Yeah.
But now, it is all shredded up. Can't really show you in that camera, but can you see right there? It's all shredded.
Yeah.
We set that in the sink. And take your shredded chicken that took less than a minute, probably about 30 seconds, and put it all back in the juices. And what you don't eat now, put it in the fridge, and it's going to taste even better the next day. Put it back in the juices and let it soak in there. And then whatever you want out of there, let me show you. I'll just take a fork and bring out a little bit on a plate. Okay, I'll bring out a lot of bit on a plate, but I haven't eaten yet.
No, we call this our oh so good chicken.
Yeah, it
we
is.
love it.
Look at that. Now I'll move the mixer real quick. I might be able to just show you in the camera there.
Oh, careful.
Can you all
you're
see that?
getting it all over the mixer.
I'm making a mess. I'm making a mess. I'll clean that up later. But take a look at that chicken right there. Look at how it's all shredded up. Nice and good. Little fine pieces there. Not so fine. Oh.
That's oh so good chicken.
That is also good chicken. It's not so fine that it's mush. It's still meaty pieces. This would be great for, like, say you're going to do chicken and dumplings, chicken and noodles. Instead of deboning a full chicken, toss a few chicken thighs, maybe a couple chicken breasts in there with it to get some of the white and the dark meat. And then when it's time, just pull it out of the slow cooker, put it in a standalone, and mix it up. It's going to shred it up real fine, and you don't have to worry about burning your fingers.
And this chicken
I'm not too
freezes
worried.
very well.
Mm-hmm.
We make this up and we freeze it, and then we have it so that you can, and we save it in the 2 cupfuls in a freezer bag, and then that way you can just pop it out of the freezer when you want to make your chicken noodles. So you don't have to do it all at the same time. You can just have it already pre-made.
Yep. So you've got your pre-made chicken.
Greatest sandwiches.
They're great for sandwiches. What we'll do is do barbecue sauce with it. Sometimes barbecue and ranch sauce mixed together is really good on top of that. You've already got the ranch packet in there, so that kind of takes care of that here. But like I said, and just like Chris said, you put it in the freezer when you want to make a chicken dish. Pull a packet of chicken out of the freezer, toss it in your dish, cook it up, and you're done.
Yeah. It's good on if you like barbecue chicken salad. It's really good for that too.
Ooh, it would be, yeah.
Yeah.
Simply put, it's also good.
Yeah, it's oh so good. Chicken, shred it. We'll put the link down below.
And
it's so easy, and
it's chicken thighs. Dark meat's going to be a lot more tender. And super
but the
juicy.
Chicken breast is really good too. Like, this is one of those times that, because we use a lot of chicken thighs, but we'll use
You're
chicken
slow
breast
cooking it.
first.
When
Yeah.
you slow cook something, it's going to make it a lot more tender anyway. You're cooking it in its own juices. You're cooking it in a cup of sherry or chicken broth, whichever one you want to use. And it's going to stay moist no matter what you do.
Yeah. Just make sure you put it back in your juices and you store it with the juices. So if you freeze it with some of the juices.
I wouldn't suggest doing it in a plastic bag. I'd probably get a container.
Oh, I do it in bags.
And the juices don't do anything bad to the bag?
No.
Oh, well.
Well, you're not going to put it...
Listen to the expert. Don't listen to the guy eating the chicken.
You're not going to put it super hot. You're going to let it cool down, because you don't ever want to put anything in your freezer at a hot temperature.
Why?
One, that raises the temperature of your freezer, and that's not good for the other food. And 2, it also a lot of times creates steam, which creates could lead to freezer burn and that kind of stuff. So what you want to do is bring things down to room temperature. And sometimes what we'll even do is we'll get if we're doing a lot of freezer cooking, we'll get a cooler and fill it with ice, and then cool everything down in the cooler, in the bag, or not in the bags, but just in the container. Cool it and then put it in bags. But no, don't put hot liquid in a baggie, because that just has disaster written all over it, especially for you.
True that. True that.
So cool it off, and another tip for cooling things off from the crock pot is you need to remove the crock from the unit and maybe put it on a cool... Oh my goodness, Michael! Oh my goodness!
I was following directions! Daggone it, that was dumb. Let me interrupt her tip to give you a tip. Quit listening to her! Do not grab a hot crock pot with your bare hands. Okay, honey, go on with your tip.
You could put it on like a cooling rack, like what you use for making cookies and that kind of stuff, to let the air get below the crock and around the crock to cool off. But yes.
I
bought you some gloves. I'm just saying.
You need to buy me some better ears, but I never listen. We want to thank you for watching another episode of Cooking Chris's Dishes. We're going to go to the emergency room now. If you like what you saw, please subscribe down below and become a part of the Crock Posse. And then also check us out at Facebook and give us a like over at Recipes That Crock, as well as on Instagram at Recipes That Crock, and also at Twitter at Recipes Crock, with no that in the middle.
I'm sorry.
I know, there's nothing we could do about it, y'all. So check us out, give us a like, give us a shout out, let us know what recipes y'all want to see, and thank all of you for coming aboard with the ride here. And we'll check you out later. Y'all keep watching and we'll keep cooking, and all will be well. See y'all. I'm gonna get some more of that chicken.